When you look at Tracy McGrady was a great player. Played for Toronto, was drafted by Isaiah Thomas, played with Vince Carter, was also cousins with Vince Carter. He changed the game when he left and he went to play for Houston. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but when he became the guy in Houston, he changed the league. He won a scoring title. He was one of the best two guards in the NBA. And he changed the game. He did. He opened up opportunities for guys like Steph Curry to develop a skill like that and have a skill like that. And everybody keeps thinking that Steph Curry ruined the game of basketball. I'm one of those guys that it became a 3-point game. Now, if you can out-duel somebody at the 3-point line, if you're scoring more threes, there's a good chance you're going to win those games. But when Tracy McGrady came out and said that Steph Curry isn't a top 5 player, he's not even a top 10 player, I would agree with him. Not because of the rings, as he said that he doesn't believe LeBron James is a top 5 player, which I think he's wrong. He's not wrong about Steph Curry. He's not. Now, that doesn't mean Steph Curry isn't one of the greatest players of this time, of this era. He is. He's changed the game. He's opened up opportunities for kids to want to come and play in the NBA, even though they're not big, strong, big men, because the league is not about it's not a big man league anymore. You need to know how to shoot. Why do you need to know how to shoot? For guys like Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant, those type of players. And then and obviously Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, and now Steph Curry. That doesn't make Steph Curry a top 10 player. I always believe that in the NBA, if you're going to be a top 10 player, you got to change the game somehow. Now, that doesn't mean that Steph Curry didn't change the game, bringing in the 3-point, but has he made the game better? Is the game better now that the 3-point shot is so important to the game and dominating a game? If you look at Dallas, why did Dallas beat the Timberwolves? They shot more threes. They hit more threes. The Timberwolves couldn't hit a lick in that series. Kyrie Irving was hitting threes. Luka Doncic was hitting threes all over. Even some of their secondary players were shooting threes. That's why Dallas is in the finals right now. Yeah, and they played great basketball too. I'm not going to lie. But they outdueled the Timberwolves. Why did the Timberwolves beat Denver? They outshot Denver at the 3-point line. The game has changed. But again, when I look at the top 10 players, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell. I mean, I could go Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon. I could go on and on and on. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. These guys changed their positions. They changed everything. It opened up. Magic Johnson opened up the athletic, big, small forward that could play multiple positions. Opened it up for guys like LeBron James. He did. A guy that could play the point guard position, but also could play multiple positions. He opened that up. He changed the game. Larry Bird, a 6'8", 6'9", 3-point shooter from Indiana, opened up the game, changed the game. Not only, he wasn't just a 3-point shooter, he was great all around, a great ball handler for a guy his size, for a small forward / power forward. And he could play multiple positions, and it was a good defender. You could go on and on and on. Tim Duncan. Yeah. Tim Duncan was the master of boring basketball. Great defender, great rebounder, the master of the bank shot. Nobody cared about it, but you know what they did care about? When he was on the court and when he was healthy, they were winning championships. He made everybody around them better. As Tracy McGrady came out and said that he doesn't believe that Steph Curry makes everybody around him better. I would agree with that. They won one championship. With the 3 guys before they had to bring Kevin Durant in to help them win multiple championships. And he wasn't even the best player on that team, on that roster. Kevin Durant was. Now, has Kevin Durant won without Golden State? No, because he's a me player. He doesn't make anybody around him better. LeBron James does. That's why LeBron James has won 4 championships. Right? It's 4? I think he's won
4
5.
championships.
Right. 4. Kobe Bryant, a lot of people would put Kobe Bryant on the top 10. I don't, because he's the complete mimic of Michael Jordan. Now, that doesn't mean that Kobe, some people wouldn't put him there. I know Stephen A. Smith puts Kobe Bryant as a top 10 player, the Black Mamba. I know a lot of people think that Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest basketball players ever. And he might be in some people's list of great players. I look at Allen Iverson. He changed the game. A guy his size, as athletic as he is, he brought in that dominant crossover. Kyrie Irving is one of the best I've ever seen. And if, like I said on the show many, many times, if Kyrie Irving just kept his mouth shut, he could be looked and considered as one of the most talented players we've ever seen in the NBA. Kobe didn't talk on the court. He let his game do the talking. Allen Iverson did too, besides going to practice. The thing is, you have to change the game, and you got to make the game better. And I don't know if Steph Curry has. And to be considered one of the greatest, you have to make everybody around you better. Hakeem Olajuwon made everybody around him better. Maxwell, even Charles Barkley, at the tail end of his career, was a better player. Robert Horry. Robert Horry played for great teams. Why do you think Robert Horry, I think, has 8 championships? Yes. Why do you think he's won 8 championships? He played for great teams. He played for San Antonio, Tim Duncan. He played for Houston. Oh, you got to play with Hakeem Olajuwon.
He played for the Lakers.
He played for the Lakers. He got to play with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. When you play with great players, you're going to have great expectations. And that's called winning. Steph Curry has played with great players. Has he made Klay Thompson better? No. Has he made Draymond Green better? No. If anything, and it's crazy for me to say this, I think Draymond Green has made all of them better when they play with him. When he was at the top of his game, Draymond Green was a good rebounder. He wasn't a great scorer. He was an average scorer. I mean, he averaged like his best year was 14, 15 points, but he did everything good. Steal, defend multiple positions. That's what you do as a championship team. Look at Nikola Jokic. He's a great scorer, but he's a great defender. He's a great passer. He's a great rebounder. Those kind of guys don't grow on trees. Those are special players. Do I believe Nikola Jokic at this time is a top 10 player? No. But if Nikola Jokic wins another championship, which he could, he's going to be considered a top 10 player of all time because he changes the game.